What is the area of a sector of a circle of radius 5 cm formed by an arc of length 3.5 cm? So this is your circle of radius 5 and you have to calculate the area of the sector. In other words, you have to calculate the area shaded gray. Right? So what is the formula for calculating the area of a sector? It's half into the radius into the length of the arc. So we know the radius, that's 5. So half into 5 into the length of the arc is 3.5. So 3.5. Right? 3.5 times 5 gives you 17.5 divided by 2. And if that is again divided by 2, you get 8.75. This will be in centimeter square. So we have option D as the correct answer. In a circle of radius 7 centimeters, an arc subtends an angle of 108 degrees at the center. What is the area of the sector formed? So the radius of the circle is 7 centimeters and the angle of this sector, that means the angle formed by this arc in the center, is 108 degrees. Now the area of a sector formed using this arc will be equal to theta by 360 into pi r square, where theta is this central angle. So this is equal to 108 by 360 times pi is 22 by 7 times r is 7. So 7 times 7. This 7 and this 7 gets cancelled. We can divide 360 by 2. We get 180. And 108 divided by 2, we get 54. Right? So again, dividing these numbers by 2, we get 2 times 90 is 80 and 2 times 11 is 22. So 54 times 11 by 90 times 7. So this is equals to, so 9 times 6 is 54, 9 times 10 is 90. So we have 6 times 11 times 7, and that is equals to 462 divided by 10. So this is 46.2 centimeter square. Right? So option D is the correct answer. The area of a circle is 220 square centimeter. What is the area of a square inscribed in this circle? So you have a square, this yellow square, which is inscribed in a circle. And because of it, its diagonal, that is the diagonal of the square, will pass through the center of the circle. Now because this passes through the center of this circle, its length will be equal to the diameter of the circle, right? So it will be D. Now we have been given the area of the circle. Now we can find the diameter, right? Now once we get the diameter, that means we get the diagonal of the square, and from this diagonal we can calculate the sides of the square, right? So first let us calculate the diameter of the circle. So area is 220. It is equals to pi r square, right? So 220 is equals to 22 by 7 r square. 22 times 10 is 220. So r square is equals to 70. So r is equals to under root of 70, right? Now what is d? Well, d is twice r. So d will be equals to 2 root 70, right? So this is basically 2 root 70. Now as this is a right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So 2 root 70 square is equals to, let this be s and s. So s square plus s square, that's 2s square. So we have 2 root 70 whole square is equals to twice of s square. Taking under root on both the sides, we get 2 root 70 is equals to s root 2. Okay, so therefore s is equals to 2 root 70 by root 2. Now we have the side of the square. What is the area of the square now? We can calculate it. Area is equals to side square. right? So this is equals to 2 root 70 by root 2 whole square. So that's 2 square is 4 times root 70 square is 70 divided by root 2 square is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, 70 times 2 is 140. Now this is the area, so this is centimeter square, right? So option C is the correct answer. The circumference of a circle is 100 centimeter. What is the side of a square inscribed in it? So the diagonal of this square will be the diameter of this circle, right? Now as we have been given the circumference of the circle, we can calculate the diameter. So circumference is 100 centimeter. It is equals to pi d, right? Pi d is the circumference of the circle. So therefore I can write d is equals to 100 by pi. Let it be as it is. So we can write in place of d, we can write 100 by pi. Okay, let the side of the square be s. As this is a right angle triangle, we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So we have 100 by pi whole square, that is the hypotenuse square, is equals to side square plus side square. So I have 100 by pi square is equals to 2s square. Taking under root on both the sides, I get 100 by pi on the left hand side is equals to s root 2. So therefore I can write the value of s as, that is the length of the side of the square, as 1 by root 2 times 100 by pi. Now none of our options are similar to this. Well, we need to convert our answer to match one of these answers. So this can be written as 1 by root 2 times 100 can be written as 50 times 2 by pi. Okay, so this is equals to 1 by root 2 times 50 times 2 can be written as root 2 times root 2, isn't it? Root 2 times root 2 will become root 2 square, and that will become 2. So this is one and the same, divided by pi. So this root 2 and this root 2 gets cancelled out. What remains is 50 root 2 by pi. And that matches one of the answers, and that's option C.